Hello there, and welcome to the Forest of Bowland, more specifically Jubilee Tower, what you can just see over my shoulder there. Now, bit of a channel update. It's been pretty sparse recently. I apologise. I know not a lot of videos going up, but in August that should all change because the van is finally done. So that means no more weekends, you know, building campervan and make sure it's all ready to go. We are now ready to be tickety-boo to go to Hungary. Wow, it's been a long journey doing this, but we're finally there. So it's an excuse for me to make a little bit of a video on an update of where the van is and all what's completed. Hello MTV and welcome to my crib. Yeah, it's the wrong place to do this, isn't it? Anyway, home is where you park it. So let's start with the entrance to the van. So last time I gave you a bit of a show around the van was quite a while ago, and well, a lot has been done since then, and yeah, it looks a lot better now. So firstly, obviously we've got the seating area. You've probably seen this in previous videos. This folds out into another bed, so if I've got anyone else with me who I don't want to share a bed with, then that'll come out, and yeah, it's an excuse not to sleep next to someone I don't want to. So let's get in the van. So a roaming home wouldn't be, you know, finished without some homely touches. Now this is a nice homely touch. It's a nice map of the Lake District, some of the mountains, some of the different areas in the lakes, but there's another thing in this van that I'm not a particular fan of doing, this sort of thing, but you know, everyone else seems to like it. Whatever. It's this bloody plant plot here. This fake plant. But, you know, you'll probably say, what's wrong with you? So it's good that. Yeah, it's just faff to me, that. Anyway, it's screwed down so that don't fall off, which is always good. Yeah, oh, I'll get told off if I do that. Yeah, so it's nice and comfy. Sit in this L-shaped seat, and then what I've got coming, which I'll probably just do tomorrow, is just a little projector screen that'll just anchor up onto the roof there, and I'll literally just have the projector up there, projecting onto that screen out there, so I can watch some movies or a bit of YouTube, of course, while I'm staying in the van at night, or when I'm bored or it's raining and I don't want to be outside. So let's move on to the kitchen. So of course you've got your washing up area where you do your washing up, and a nice tap, and then you've got the hob. Obviously nothing's on there because it moves, and well, I don't want to smash things up while I'm out driving. And then up here, this is where the magic happens. No, that's next. This is where you can obviously store a kettle, because we're British, we've got to have a brew. Some plates, pans, well not pans, but you know, just mugs and stuff. And then soft clothes. Yeah. And then obviously up in here we've got some Cocoa Pops, some Rice Krispies, and some more Cocoa Pops, and some more Rice Krispies. Yeah, pretty good. Nice breakfast, car breakfast, especially when you're hiking. And then underneath, just a bit more storage, which I'll get to you now. So obviously under here we've got cutlery in here and some other stuff, and then more storage at the bottom there, mainly where I'm going to store beers, so when they're not in the fridge. And then obviously, speaking of which, you gotta have a fridge. Now this is where you keep your steaks, your burgers, and of course your beer. Good beer. I mean, obviously, it seems a bit claustrophobic. I suppose it is sort of claustrophobic, but it's a camper van. You can't fit a whole house into one van, can you? Well, you can, we have, but not, like, comfortably, obviously. This is the size of our room. Now you know how to live in New York. Anyway, of course, the next part is the most important part, and that is where the magic happens. That's right, sleep. So obviously, nice and dark in here. When you turn the lights off, don't mind the camera, some more storage for some clothes or whatever. Same idea, soft clothes. And of course, when you're sleeping in bed and you feel like the mood's right, all you need to do is flick a switch and you got some downlight on the bed, get that mood going. And then of course, if you do feel the need to drop a tactical nuke, there's always the toilet, which I'll show you now. Honestly, it really is the small things. And then of course, once you've dropped your tactical nuke, you might want to, I don't know, give yourself a nice shower to clean yourself up. And of course, the van's got a shower. Of course it has. Now I've got rid of the Ann Summers, the Ann Summers shower head, because I bought one with a little temperature gauge on it. So when it runs, there's like a little fan in it that turns and produces electricity to measure the water temperature, and it's pretty awesome. Now you may be wondering about some of the technical things on the van, because it's all very well and good having a shower, having a sink and a toilet and all that kind of thing. How's it run? Well, on board we have a 105 litre water tank, which is underneath the bed in the garage area, and pretty much everything of use is under there. Storage, all that kind of thing. And we have an inverter which pushes out 1000 watts, which isn't a massive amount if you're thinking about hair dryers and all that kind of thing, but it's enough to charge a laptop, run a fan or something like that. Just the small power consumers, you know, that kind of thing. It's pretty useful for. But then obviously if you're on hookup, then you get full power to the sockets and that. So if you do want to dry your hair after your shower, obviously you can do that. I don't need to. I've had a little bit of a haircut recently, so I don't need to dry my hair anymore or give it a good blow dry. And as well, there is a gas boiler underneath, so it's literally on demand hot water, no limit, just whatever is in your water tank you can have a hot water, which is honestly is probably one of the best things if you come back from a hike, to have a hot shower and not have to worry about the hot water running out. So yeah, it's pretty good for that, and it's really good for washing up as well, because obviously if you've got a bacon pan which you've got a load of bacon fat in or whatever, you know, obviously you try and get as much of that fat out the pan as you can, but yeah, some nice hot water to rinse that off with, which is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's done. It's finally done, and it has been a slog. It has been a long journey. It's the first time I've done anything like this, and in the time that I've done this, I've become a plumber, an electrician, a joiner. What else have I become?
Flooring.
Yeah, I fit floors now. You know,
Carpenter with all your woodwork.
Yeah, carpenter. Yeah, so pretty much, you know. Obviously, I'm a mechanic by trade anyway, so
No, you're a man of many trades.
Now I'm a jack of all trades. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, finally done. So that means I can get back out on the hills that I'm looking at right now, doing some wild camps, doing some more hikes, just week in, week out doing that, because this has really taken a hell of a lot of time, a lot more time than I thought it was going to take. Finally got there. But another thing as well, I've got a diesel heater on this. There's a few more little stupid things. I've got an awning rail on the side for my awning, but yeah, I'm glad it's done. It took time. So a few months ago, obviously, it might have been a few months ago to be fair now, I did say that I'd be probably done by the end of April. That didn't happen. Nowhere near happened. That was me being very, very optimistic. But yeah, if you ever take on something like this, it does take a lot of time. If you ever need any advice, if you are doing it, just, you know, pop a question in the comments and I'll help you as best I can. Or obviously I have an Instagram as well, which might be a bit easier for messaging on, and that'll be on the end screen, the @ whatever it is. But yeah, a couple more things as well. It has solar. It's got 300 watts of solar on the roof. Obviously on the roof, where else would it be? On the yellow roof that I've not painted. It's not going to get painted because it adds character. But yeah, we've got that as well. But yeah, it's a proper off-grid camper, and because it's not a massive thing, well, it is a massive thing, it's just a long wheelbase master, but because it's not wide like a motorhome, it goes anywhere you can really get with the normal van, so that's always a bonus. and obviously I can just park up at the side of the road, and you know, it's not causing any bother if I do that. But yeah, finally there, guys. So like I say, August I will be back out on those hills, back out camping, back out making videos, hopefully week in, week out. Then I can get back to my standard schedule. But this year's just been, I don't know, it's been a bit crazy. You know, I've had one thing after another. I mean, can't complain because it's not been bad. It's been pretty fun year so far, but not, you know, hiking worthy. But yeah, in the next 2 weeks I'm off to Hungary. So if you're in Europe and you see me, yeah, it's me. You probably won't, but hey ho. I'm going to the Hungarian Grand Prix for the weekend, and then hopefully I'm going to head off to Switzerland. So you never know, guys, there might be some Switzerland hiking in this this next lot of videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for listening to me waffle after my MTV Cribs you know, show through of the van. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. It's been traumatic and also very fulfilling building this thing. But yeah, we're ready to go out in the world, in the camper, wherever, the Lake District, Snowdonia, Peak District, even Dartmoor, you know.
Don't forget Scotland.
And also I can't forget Scotland, the Highlands, which I'll probably be out in the Highlands before the year is over again. I definitely want to do that. But yeah, it's been a long build. Some people obviously will probably get it done in, you know, a couple of months, but yeah, I've not had that sort of time. But recently I've spent the nights at my garage, weekends at the garage. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to stop waffling and let you guys get back to your brews or whatever. And yeah, thanks for watching if you got this far, obviously. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.